Peace.
Peace to the gods. Peace to the earths and all of the righteous families of the planet. It's your big brother Fahiym, a.k.a. Day Son of Law, back again. Building with the newborns, coming into the culture, loving Islam, loving the culture of God, as taught by the original man who is Allah. You know what I mean? I'm here today with, what's your name, brother?
Knowledge Malik.
Knowledge Malik. You know what I'm saying? One of our new students in Islam, the young brothers, definitely been studying,
every day,
you know what I mean? He was just blessed with his supreme mathematics, which is what we get as 5%ers coming into this nation. The first thing you get is your supreme mathematics. So, just real quick, just to build with the brother real fast, prior to coming into this culture or falling in love with this culture and, wanting to accept the role of a righteous Muslim, and be God, what attracted you? What made you want to, change, and what were you before coming to Islam?
Before coming to Islam, like I said, I was raised in a Christian household, you know what I'm saying? So basically that's what I came up in as a Christian. But for some reason, even as growing up, I always was a young kid that stayed in the books, stayed in knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I always had the hunger for knowledge. But anyway, I went to, as I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I'm 28 now.
Okay.
And just 28, probably at the age of 26, that's when I finally went on here and went to the Christian ministry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just like we all see, you know what I'm saying? Every time you go into any Christian setting, there's always drama.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of stuff going on. I feel like most of the people that's trying to teach you are out for themselves, their own game. Cause I was in the ministry.
Okay.
We wasn't even studying, we was only studying certain books that everybody study when they go to church. Like, when are we going to do something new? When are we going to go through the whole Bible and just really digging and study? And I feel like most of the time we was doing this fundraising, making money for the church and stuff.
Okay.
And I feel like, okay, I've been in the Bible growing up out of my life, but I still don't, something feel missing still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I done ran into the gods of earth history before that.
Okay.
But I just kind of shrug it off,
Yeah.
And
so by seeing it again, it attracted you,
Seeing it again, I'm gonna tell you how I seen it all again. See, that's what I'm gonna go for. When I was in jail, I happened to see the book cart going by, so I seen a Malcolm X book. That's how I really came into the teachings of the Nation of Islam.
Learning about Malcolm X, or knowing about Malcolm X.
Knowing about Malcolm X biography, his book. I forgot who was written by, but y'all check it out. Malcolm X biography.
Okay, Alex Haley.
Alex Haley, yeah. Him or her, whoever.
Yeah, but, definitely one to have in your library.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to make a long story short, I ended up leaving the ministry a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? I said, no matter how much I go back, I ain't gonna finish this ministry little program for now. It ain't me. I feel like something else is missing. I don't know what it was. It got to be more to life than just what y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I used to question Christianity anyway. But anyway, I happened to go to San Diego, run across a Muslim brother. He told me to come to the mosque. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go check the mosque out. I ain't never been to the mosque. I always was interested in the Muslims just because the way they carry themselves. So I was always interested in them. Like I said, I've been interested in them for a while. So I said, I'm going to go check it out. And that's how I got into the knowledge of self.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I didn't become registered because I had to leave San Diego and go take care of some personal family business. So after I broke away from the Nation of Islam, I didn't really get into the registered. When I got to where I was going, there wasn't no mosque. There was a little small town with no mosque, with no Muslim brothers. So I really had nobody to deal with.
Right.
So I was online and I was connecting myself with a lot of NGE brothers. So I decided they came, a lot of them was talking to me, we was building together with some of the knowledge. I said, oh, wait, something familiar about this stuff. And I had my message to the black man at the time. So I started reading. Of course, I read that a couple times. But then I started putting it together, the history, and I started reading Clarence's history and stuff. Like, whoa, all this stuff is from the mosque.
Yeah.
So no matter me trying to call myself NGE or I'm a Muslim because I came out of the mosque. I was like, oh, this is the same stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I came to the knowledge itself and to the 5% Nation of Islam.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I started getting understanding on the lessons. And one thing about what made me feel whole with these lessons, what brought me to the knowledge itself, is to understand that everything that we was taught as Christians, praying and wishing and hoping that we had that energy and that force within ourselves to make things happen and manifest. You know what I'm saying? Giving the signs of our true selves and who we are as a people. What made me really interested, like, you know what, this is some deep stuff. This is some stuff they ain't teach me in school. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff in the knowledge itself, man. Especially, you know.
So you first was came in contact with the Nation of Islam, or was it the Nation of Gods and Earths?
Nation of Islam.
Oh, okay.
I came in contact with them first.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I was in the process of registering into the Nation of Islam because I wanted to be in the FOI.
Right.
But I never got done with my registration. I never wrote my letter.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah, that's peace.
I started building with some Nation of Gods and Earth Gods. So I was just, at that moment, I was calling myself a Nation of Gods and Earth.
Okay.
And then I started getting confused with all of, you know, I said, I'm just 5%.
What do you see the difference between, or do you see a difference between the Nation of Islam and the Nation of Gods and Earths?
The only difference I really see right now is the Nation of Islam, we stick to the root teachings of the honorable teachers. The Honorable W.F. Farad Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We stick to his teachings. And some of the NG guys do too, but the difference is between us, I don't see no difference, but like I said, they making a difference.
Okay.
They making a difference.
Yeah.
Because they keep saying we're different. So the only difference between the 5% NOI and the 5% NGE is the 5% NOI, we submit. Because we know we got to submit to ourselves. We have a better understanding than they do, I think.
Okay.
Not all of them. Don't get me wrong now for y'all that's watching this NGE. Some of y'all have your head right, and the ones that I talk to, y'all know who y'all is.
Right.
Some of y'all know the roots, and some of y'all got the teachers, you know, right in the exact. But some of y'all are so confused. You just want to, you know, fight and bicker about the stuff because you know.
Well, let me ask you. Let me ask you. You know, just playing devil's advocate for a minute. You know, you said you submit. You know, but you know, you said the black man is God. So if we gods, why we got to submit to somebody?
Because
God. Who are we submitting to?
First of all, we got right. So you said you have to submit to God. You have to submit to yourself. And when I say you got to submit to yourself, you got to submit to either your lower self or your higher self. It ain't no way getting around it. One way or the other, you're going to be submitting to something. So you do submit. For all y'all to say we don't submit because we're God, you submit. You just, by you denying the original teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you submit to your lower self. Because you're lying and denying.
What is the lower self? What does it represent?
The lower self is the negative side, the negative thinking, the negative you, the person with a low self-esteem, the person that lies, murders, steals. They live basically like they got the mind of an 85er. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot of 85ers, not all, when I say that, I can't say like all 85ers live in the lower selves. No. What I mean by that is a lot of 85ers that don't have the knowledge of self are doing a lot of things that they don't know they're supposed to be doing, like eating pork, all that. Some of y'all know that y'all still do that. That's submitting to your lower self. Some of y'all know that selling drugs or whatever y'all doing is that the father and the nation was against you, still doing that. It's your lower self. Anything negative, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting drunk, fighting, whatever. Anything negative in this world that you can do or think of is your lower self.
Acting out of character.
Acting out of your original state of mind.
Yeah. So what is the higher self?
The higher self is your righteous self. That's what you was born. You was born righteous. You're all right. You know what I'm saying? Your connection to the universe is your righteous self, because when you connected to the universe, you in harmony with everything within it. So that's your righteous self. All things of good works, you know what I'm saying? All things of good thinking, good mentality, you know what I'm saying? Walking in the right light, teaching the newborns the right way, the right and exact way. By you teaching them grafted lessons, you living in your lower self, because now you switching up stuff that ain't, now you're going to get them confused, and it's just going to be a lot of chaos. You messing up with something they created to be a righteous nation. By you bringing your lives and your grafted work into the nation, you were living within your lower self. So anything negative, anything bad, your Lord, anything good, anything positive, anything that's good works to make the universe a better place for all men and women and children, all moon, suns, and stars, is your higher self.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good assessment. Pretty good breakdown, pretty good understanding, solid understanding of what we say or what we mean when we say submission. How are you a Muslim? How does that work? How are you a God and how are you a Muslim?
First of all, you're a Muslim because, like I said, Muslim submits. We have to submit to our culture, which is Islam, which means peace. If you don't submit to Islam, you don't submit to your culture. Because first of all, you have to submit to your culture first. So you become a Muslim by submitting to your culture, which is our God, which is Islam. You know what I'm saying? You become a God because Islam is God, and Islam is all things within the universe, the all in all. You are a God because you are force and power. You know what I'm saying? You had that intelligent mind, but you have to activate it by submitting to your righteous self, your higher self. That's one way you can activate that intelligence is by submitting to your higher self. When you submit to your lower self, you lose all power and force. You hitting the 8th degree, to build or destroy, and you're destroying what you're supposed to be building.
True indeed. True indeed. True indeed. That's peace, God.